Hey everyone, we are going to continue with school, but today's category is classroom activities. These are things that we do in the classroom, okay? Now, if we work with numbers, just like this friend right here, what do you think he's doing? Well, if you said math, guess what? You're right, all right? Now, with math, we do addition or subtraction. But here he's using manipulatives or tools or objects like this to show how to do math. Look, he has 3 apples, 1, 2, 3, so that's why he put a 3. He has 4 stars, 1, 2, 3, 4. But he wants to see how many all together. So he did 3 plus 4. So if you count all these together, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's how he got 7, but he wants to show 7. So he's going to use 7 butterflies here. So with math, when you're working with numbers, you can use shapes or colors or really anything to help you learn math. But math is something we do in the classroom. Now, if it's not math and we have a book or are listening to the teacher, we are usually reading. It's to read, all right? We read. That is something we definitely do in the classroom. Like what they say, hey, it's reading time. Let's go ahead and read. You pull out your book and you read. Now let's say that the teacher wants to read to you. Usually we call it a read aloud, but I know some teachers say, hey, it's story time, where you come down to a space in the classroom, or usually it's like the rug or the carpet, or if there's an open space on the floor where the teacher wants to read to you. I know sometimes you got to stay in your desk and the teacher reads, and that is completely fine too. But sometimes they call it story time or read aloud time. Now, let's say that the teacher asks you to use a pencil or a paper or anything, and you need to write down ideas. Just like this friend right here. He has a pencil and a paper, and now he's writing, all right? Writing is where you are writing words down on a piece of paper to express or show or say something, all right? Now, let's say they give you a paintbrush, paper, all that. What do you think you're going to do? Well, you're going to paint. You're going to paint. See? Look at that. I wonder what she's making. What animal is she making here? If you said snail, you're right. Now, next to it is a flower, but paint. Now, do you see what these girls are wearing? They're wearing smocks, all right? It's something you put over your clothes so that the paint doesn't ruin your clothes, okay? So you got to be careful because painting can get messy. Now, I know a lot of us love building with blocks, just like this friend right here. And that's pretty cool what she did. She's building towers, all right? And I know that's usually a censor for some of our friends in our classrooms is building. It's to build. That's something that we definitely do. Now, I know some teachers do this and some classrooms have this activity. It's where you are listening. So I know not always we have something like this, but in like our Chromebooks that we have, when we plug in headphones, you listen to a story, like on Epic or Tumblebooks. This is what this little girl is doing too. She is listening to a story through this, usually it's like a tape player, stereo player, and they put a CD in there. Luckily for us, we have Chromebooks, all right? So we can plug headphones into our computer, our Chromebook, and then we listen to a story that way. But she is also listening. That is something that we do as well. Now, this is also something that we do, and it is walking. Sometimes we walk outside, like during recess, or we walk in the hallway. We walk in the classroom, to get to things, but we have to walk. We don't run unless we're outside, but don't run in the classroom, okay? It's very dangerous. So they are walking. And lastly, if your classroom does this, you are so lucky. It is to eat, all right? Like snack time. This friend right here is having milk and cookies. But I know if you have snack in your classroom, usually it's like goldfish, crackers, or anything like that, which is really fun, all right? And Mr. V, he loves to eat, so he loves eating, which in this case in our classroom, snack time. All right, let me go over these cards one more time with you, and then we'll be on our way. Now, remember, we have math, reading, Story time with the teacher, which is where the teacher is reading to us. We have, writing. It's where you have a pencil and paper, or any writing utensil is something that you can write with, and you write down your ideas. Painting. Remember, it gets messy, but it's so much fun. Building, or with the blocks, where you can make towers or houses or anything like that, which is really cool. Now remember, friends, she is listening. She's listening to a story or listening to someone talk on those stereo players. But we usually do that with our Chromebooks, with our headphones. Now, walking, just like we do in the classroom, we walk in the classroom, we walk in the school, so we can be safe and not run into things. And lastly is eating, especially if you have snack time. All right? All right, thank you, friends, for joining me. Remember, you can pause, look at the pictures, try to think that what they're doing. All right? Thank you. Enjoy and practice.